Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are logged on to this call. My name is Dr. Anthony Osegale, and of course, you're welcome to this amazing call. Just as I started a little bit behind schedule due to some little technical hitches, but we're good to go and we're ready to run. Just a quick sound check. Can you just quickly indicate if you can hear me? Very, very loud and clear, and you can see the screen. Can you just indicate and let us know? All right, maybe you can raise your hand or something and let us know that you can hear me loud and clear. Can I? Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much, Wendy. Thank you so much, Taffy. Yeah. Thank you so very much, everybody, for the feedback. I don't want anybody to miss this call at all. I'm telling you, I'm so revved up, so delighted, to have this particular call tonight. So lots of persons and LCs have asked this particular all-important question. Meet people in the field, and so many persons are, asking questions about how do they differentiate between, an illegal pyramid scheme, asking, is this a pyramid scheme and stuff like that, and then how do they differentiate, and so a lot of LCs are like, what do we say? How do we, and they also need the education themselves, in the business. And so I'm really delighted to have a powerful leader, someone I have so much respect for, one of our My5 in this business, National Ambassador Rene Liaw. Rene Liaw graduated from the University of Toronto in software engineering and worked for IBM and then TELUS and was earning $80,000 a year salary. He was introduced by his sister and is now the company's youngest millionaire, a national ambassador who qualified for the luxury car program and drives a prepaid luxury car from the company, a $200,000 Tesla P90D, an absolutely fantastic machine, I'm telling you. He's the only person to have reached $100,000 a month in earnings, and more shockingly, with only 7,000 people. I mean, that's absolutely off the hooks. It's a record in the MLM industry, I'm telling you. Now, his team now is over 16,000 people in over 100 countries around the world and still counting. He's happily married after proposing to his wife with a $47,000 very much 21K gold ring, which is now worth over $80,000, and he has 2 young boys and is able to travel the world with his family. His custom $2 million+ million home is almost complete. Did you hear that? $2 million+ million home, almost complete, and is here to help support us and train us. Rene is a founding member, a shareholder, and sits on the company's CEO's advisory board, and also we know him as GWT's youngest millionaire. He's my mentor and coach. Please meet National Ambassador Rene Liaw. Hello, Rene. Are you there with us? So delighted to have you on the call.
Yes, hello, Dr. Anthony. Can you hear me okay? Yes, can you hear me okay, Dr. Anthony? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, Rene. Wow.
Oh, okay, well, thank you so much, Dr. Anthony, for that amazing introduction. I'm actually, I was very exhausted. I woke up early this morning in Toronto time, and basically last night flew to Venice. I'm actually here in Venice, Italy, to do some expansion work with the business, and of course it's 6 hours ahead, so I haven't slept the whole day. But after hearing your introduction and just hearing your excitement and your enthusiasm, I am just fired up and 100% awake now for this call. So, again, thank you, and again, I want to say a very good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone who's on this call. And I wanted just to say a very special thank you to Dr. Anthony for being an incredible leader, for putting together calls like this, for all of you on the call. We sometimes say in our marketing, it's not which company you join, it's who you join with. I do believe that GWT is the most insane vehicle to financial freedom. But again, having a leader such as Pastor Anthony, it's just absolutely a diamond in the rough, because he helps you guys, keeps you in touch with training such as this. So, so Dr. Anthony, I believe the question was, just to talk more about, the whole objection, is this a pyramid scheme? Is that correct?
Oh yes, Renee. Lots of persons, asking that question. How do they differentiate between a pyramid scheme and, of course, which of course illegal, and then illegal multi-level marketing? How to differentiate?
Okay, thank you so much for that clarification. I'm really glad that you asked this topic, because I know that when I was looking into different businesses when I was 22 years old, that's about 13 years ago, that I had the same questions. And also, even when I got started in GWT 9 years ago, because the company was only about 2 years old, I had a lot of people who were questioning, of course, sometimes it's funny. Sometimes that question can mean different things, right? But overall, people were just concerning, will this company be around for the next few years or indefinitely? And so let me first, before I teach you guys how I would handle that objection, because again, handling objections and how you address that objection is absolutely 100% vitally important. But before I get there, let me just simply, I guess, educate on a pyramid scheme versus network marketing or MLM companies, okay, versus MLM companies that are legal, but they're almost illegal based on how their plan works, okay? So let me first start off by differentiating that, again, as Dr. Anthony just mentioned, pyramid schemes are 100% illegal. And in most cases, pyramid schemes, write this down, folks. If you have a paper and pen, I promise you want to write this down, because if you are getting these kind of questions, or whether you're not, you want to have this as information ready in your toolbox to pull out when you want to use it. But a pyramid scheme, okay, write this down. Number one, a pyramid scheme typically does not have the chance to last longer than 6 months to a year. Okay, so most pyramid schemes, after being around for maximum 1 year time frame, typically there's so much negativity, so much complaints being spoken out, written online, even filed to the local authorities, that authorities have to step in to investigate this company. So first and foremost, let me be very clear here, that most companies that are, surpassing 2-3 years of time frame are typically not considered pyramid schemes, okay? And what a pyramid scheme by definition? A definition of a pyramid scheme is where essentially money is being put into a program, for you joining the program. People are getting paid because people are joining. However, there is no product or service being sold. Okay, so there are actually many pyramid schemes out there where money goes in to the company, okay, and money goes out, but no one physically got any product, okay? So if you see a company where they're asking you to join this company, and you ask them, well, what product or service are you selling? And they say, well, we don't have any product or service. That's a big warning sign that it is a pyramid scheme. So again, that's why companies like Amway, it's funny, some people might think of Amway as a pyramid scheme. It's not. Pyramid scheme, it's something that's illegal. Amway's been around for 60 years. However, I have another classification that I learned from the CEO, which is some MLM companies are structured in a way that they just cross the line of being legal, but they might as well be illegal because of the way they function. Okay, let me give you an example. If you ever seen of a company, for example, it's quite common out there, where they offer you, web hosting. Okay, so there's actually a web hosting company where you can join this company to get access to web hosting, to creating your own website. and they're charging you so much money just to have this tool or this service, okay? But the reality is that the same thing you're getting from them, you can get it from somewhere else for much cheaper. So if in a network marketing company, what you're buying as a product or a service, okay, is unrealistically marked up. It is unrealistically marked up, so the price that they're charging you is outstanding, and it is also a pyramid scheme. For example, let's say we were to sell in the network marketing company, we're going to sell, let's say, a water filter service, okay, water filters, okay? And there's a company a long time ago in Toronto where they're selling water filters, okay? But later on, some people found out that the water filter that was being sold could be found on eBay, the exact same thing, the exact same model, the exact same components. It was built 100% exactly the same. Okay, they found it on eBay for a third of the price. So they charge a 200, 300% markup on their product, but what they did was they actually labeled it with a different name. Okay, again, that is unrealistically marked up. It is illegal. Okay, now you might be wondering, well, how is it possible that a lot of these health companies that charge you, $100 for a box of vitamins can be legal? Because you can find vitamins in your local grocery stores for a fifth of the price. $20. I'm sure you guys, even in Nigeria or worldwide, you can go to any of your public malls or department stores and find health products for much cheaper. So the reason why health companies have gotten away with charging you a lot more for their products, yet not being an illegal pyramid scheme, is because they have a patent or they have a special trade secret in how they manufacture the product. So, for example, USANA, which was my first MLM company, they had a special grape seed extract patent. And because of this patent, they could justify charging more for their vitamins. Okay, Amway has their special. So every major health company, whether it's Herbalife, Market America, Amway, Lifestyles, New Skin, Mary Kay, Melaleuca, Herbalife, Isagenix, all these companies that have been around for a long time, they of course they have an actual patent behind their products, so they can justify charging you more. Okay, so so I wanted to really break it down for you. So that's the health companies. Then you have another kind of MLM companies. Again, and the health companies include healthy vitamins, healthy juice, healthy coffee, healthy oils, healthy anti-aging skin, skin care. That's all really health and wellness, okay? Another category you see nowadays, aside from like the healthy coffees, of course, is telecom services. So there's also network marketing in relation to telecom, and these are the companies that in my opinion, the travel companies in MLM and the telecom companies that sell you cell phone, internet, that kind of stuff, or the travel companies that say you can become a travel agent and book travel. Okay, to me, the way they get around being a legal company is that they have a special search engine. So they have a search engine that they say, because you have access to the search engine that allows you to find deals on flights, cruises, on vacation packages and hotels, that they can justify charging you more they charge you a joining fee to get access to this search engine, okay? But to me, these companies, and same with telecom, the telecom companies say, if you join this telecom company, we can get you better cell phone rates, right? Now, these companies, in particular in relation to travel-based MLM companies, or the telecom-based, or the web hosting-based MLM companies is that they're kind of, you know, they're classified as legal, but to me they should be illegal, because in the end of the day, if you actually look at what you're paying for, you know, a lot of their services, whether it's hotel flights or planes, flights for plane or hotel bookings, often enough, what you're paying is a lot more than what you can buy online through Expedia or other online websites. Okay, telecom companies, again, usually, again, if you think logically about this, right? You booking a flight through an MLM travel company, you already know that the travel industry is very, very competitive. It's very competitive. In other words, trying to book a flight, you can search 20 search engines and all the prices are within like $5, $10, $20 of each other, right? It's a very competitive industry. Similar with telecom, you know, you trying to get a cell phone plan from these MLM cell phone companies versus getting a cell phone plan through the normal retail companies, the price is almost the same. So what happens is people end up joining these companies. They're paying an upfront joining fee of, you know, $500 US dollars or $1,000, $2,000 US dollars. And in the compensation plan, you can actually figure out exactly where does all of this money goes. So you can figure it out. You can see that if someone pays $500 to join this company, you can see exactly who got paid part of that $500, which means that, you know, again, there really is, you know, that's very dangerous. So because again, what you're paying for the product or service is almost the same price as what it is outside, if not more expensive. Okay, so what you're paying to join the company, what you're paying, that money is not really going to the company. The money that you're paying to join the company is actually getting paid out to people in the system. So again, back to the definition of a pyramid scheme, right? A pyramid scheme is a company that you put money into, people get paid on that money, and there's no real product or service, right? That's the definition. What I'm telling you right now about these travel-based companies and these, like, you know, telecom companies, it's almost the same thing. You're putting money in, you can see all of that money getting paid out, because end of the day, what you're buying from the company is usually more expensive than what it is from buying it from a local telecom cell phone company or a local flight company. But, you know, again, unfortunately, it's still legal because, you know, of the legalities behind it. So that's why we say you have the illegal pyramid companies, you have MLM companies that should be illegal because they pretty much are, but they found a way to get around it. And then you have the good network marketing companies, right? And that's what I love about, you know, our company, GWT, is, you know, number one, it's been here for more than 10 years. And again, most pyramid schemes get shut down by the FTC, which is the Federal Trade Commissions, within the first few years, right? So I can give you plenty of them. And if you hear some people saying, oh, well, this company is on a DSA, so it means that they're a good company, unfortunately, that's completely wrong. It's wrong. There's a lot of companies on the DSA that were found out to be determined to be illegal. So a lot of companies on the DSA that were approved on the DSA ended up being shut down for being an illegal pyramid scheme. And my personal opinion why is because there's not enough people on the DSA who really understand the level of information I'm teaching you tonight. Okay, so because, you know, they look at the company from the outside. Oh, this company sells cell phone plans, they sell travel, but they don't look in depth. They don't look at the money that's coming in. Where is that money going into? Is the money going into trying to develop the product? So back to health companies, the money you're putting in, the company is taking a bit of that money and putting it back into to their technologies to to develop this special product or to maintain ongoing development, right? So yeah, so GWT guys, it's the most solid company on the planet. It's a 10-year running company. Again, we have real products, real products. Now, if you wonder again, I was telling you before, most companies get shut down because of one main thing. It's because too many people are complaining about it. Okay, if your company, even if your company was an illegal pyramid scheme, the reality is that if no one was complaining about it, which never really happens if you're a legal pyramid scheme, but if no one would complain about it, it'd probably never be shut down because the regulators aren't aware about it, right? It's usually only until a company has too many complaints that trouble happens, it gets shut down. And that's what I love about GWT is that people don't complain because they're getting products they actually want. And again, if you look at our product lines, we have our older 925 silver line that was very competitive with you buying silver outside. I mean, really, for the type of quality that you're getting, again, because our company sells 950 palladium, and because we had 19 karat gold, 21 karat gold, number one, the technologies that we use to manufacture our products, we really should be charging a lot more for this, but the company isn't because they want to keep the prices competitive with what you're buying outside. But in reality, if any other jewelry company in this planet, Tiffany's, Cartier, Bulgari, Harry Winston, any of the jewelry companies, if they had our 19 karat gold, 21 karat gold line, they'll be charging you at least triple to buy that because they have this special technology that no one else has, right? So again, that's why we are so far from being a pyramid scheme because we actually have real products, and we could charge a lot more for it, but we don't. Then, of course, don't forget when you have a design, when you take a silver bar, and this is why another quick important topic. There's also MLM companies that deal with currencies, or they deal with gold coins or forex, right? So a lot of companies do silver coins or gold coins. The reason why those are illegal in Canada, okay, is because gold, diamond, silver is regulated by the Canadian government. They have a mint. They have a place where you can actually buy gold, diamonds, and silver from Canada, from the Canadian Mint, right? They actually sell it at post office boxes, right? You actually buy it on stocks. So, getting some water here. He's talking a lot. So, the reason why it's illegal is because you cannot take a gold coin that is regulated by the Canadian government and then take it and raise the value of the gold coin by trying to add some designs to it, like drawing something on the gold coin and then selling it as a collector. So other companies try to get away with this by creating a gold coin or a gold bar, the carat bars. They put some design on it and they try to make it a collectible item, okay? Unfortunately, gold bars, gold coins, you just can't do that. It's just regulated. It's regulated by the weight and the grams of gold or the grams of silver, okay, in that coin or that bar. That's why in Canada, if you look carefully, Canada, USA, there's never been in the history of network marketing a company that was legal to do this. That's why these companies like carat bars are registered in countries outside of Canada. It says on the website, they're registered in, I don't know, some European country, whatever, that has very loose laws, right? And so the difference, though, with what we are doing with silver, gold, and diamonds is when you take a gold bar or a silver bar, and then you take a piece of that and you make it into a ring that is now wearable, it's now fashion. You put some designs on it, you put some diamonds on it. Now, legally, it's actually jewelry now. You're no longer selling a bar or a coin. It's actually a wearable jewelry fashion piece. And that's why, because you want to look good, it's like fashion, people pay more for it, right? People spend a lot of money, and jewelry is one of the most bought commodities online today. So, so that just want to give you a lot more understanding of network marketing, legal companies, illegal companies, and now to go back to how I would handle if someone were to ask me, Rene, is this a pyramid scheme? The very first thing that I do is I have a very confused look on my face. So I want you to practice right now, at home, wherever you are, practice giving me the most confused look you have. Like, huh? That confused look, And I give this confused look to my person who's asking me that question, and I ask them, what do you mean by that? I say, what do you mean by that? Because I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what he means by that. It can mean a lot of things. We have to identify exactly what his concern is. And I ask him, what do you mean by that? And if he tells me, well, doesn't the person at the person at the top make the most money? If that response, I would say, or her response, I would say, well, no, that was my old job as a programmer. As a programmer, my manager made more than I did. My managers, the director made more than the manager. The vice president made more than the director, and the CEO made more than vice president. So no, if you ask me, everything in the world in that case is a pyramid. And then usually they realize that was a dumb question to say or a dumb thing to say. Okay. So the whole comment that the person at the top makes the most money, well, no, in our company, it depends on how hard you work. There's a lot of people who are above me in the system, but I make more than them because I just built my 2 legs harder. You get paid for your efforts. It's that simple, right? So, but usually if you ask them with a confused look, well, what do you mean by that? If it's not about the person at the top making the most money, usually they're trying to imply that it's illegal of some sort. Okay, they say, well, is this thing legal? And the first thing I would do is, again, have a confused look on my face, and I would say, John or or Judy, whatever their name is, I would say, are you serious? Do you think I would get involved in something illegal and share that with you? Come on, you gotta be kidding me, right? So that's the first thing I say, is I want them to realize that I would never do something stupid like that. And I want to ask them, are you trying to say that I would do something illegal? Are you implying I would do an illegal business? Are you serious? And then really quickly they realize that was a dumb thing to say. After I've done that, I would then say, well, Joe, Judy, no, of course not. This company's been here for 10 years. Most pyramid schemes don't even last 2 years, right? And and look at how much media accolades we have. This company has been seen on the Emmy Award, Toronto Film Festival, Golden Globes, Oscar post-rap, TV shows, 300 plus celebrities, received numerous jewelry awards by Canadian Jeweler, Handbag of the Year Award, Design of the Year Award. So this is where, if you guys don't already have a copy of the media accolades, make sure you have at least a pack of 10, because when someone asks you this silly thing, is it a pyramid scheme? And it's not that sometimes people just don't know any better. It just looks like something that they've seen in the past. It can be a very innocent question, right? So I get more water. So by having the business media accolades, the thing from the back office, it has all the company's media accolades in one little magazine, and I always like to show that to people who are like that. So I'm sorry for going a bit long on this training. I just want you guys to have first an in-depth knowledge of the comparisons between a pyramid scheme that's illegal to a network marketing company that should be illegal because it's, you know, all the money's going is going out, and there's no real value for product or service, and an actual real network marketing company like ours. So thank you for having me on the call, and Dr. Anthony, I guess the call's back to you, and I don't know if you have any questions or comments, but yeah, thank you so much for having me on the call today.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ambassador Rene. Wow. Thank you so much, Ambassador Rene Liaw. You know, telling you, learned so much on this call. And of course, no fluke whatsoever in this amazing leader, you know, going all out, you know, and becoming not the first LC in GWT, but one of the LCs earning the highest. I mean, basically the highest monthly earnings in GWT, you know, and of course, we are absolutely delighted, you know, for the training and really, really so glad that you did this with us. Thank you so much, Rene.
Oh, you are so very welcome. And again, you know, incredible leadership, Dr. Anthony. You are truly a leader that leads by example. And I'm not sure if there's any questions or comments coming in much.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to have comments. So if you want to say something on the call, kindly just raise your hand and I will unmute you, or you can send your question, you know, in, and then, of course, we'll have those read out. Okay, I see. Okay, first of all, we'll have the regional ambassador Joy. She's on the call, and she'd like to just say something to us as well. Are Joy?
Wow, thank you so much, National Ambassador Rene. I mean, this is just what we needed at a time like this. Thank you so much for finding time to, you know, put us through again, you know, what pyramid scheme is and what we are truly involved with in global wealth trade. You know, something that got me, you know, struck me real good was the fact that, yeah, when next we are asked about GWT being a pyramid scheme, we just have this look on our face, and then we ask this person, do you think I will get into something that is illegal? That's very, very powerful. I mean, why would someone, you know, you're sharing with a friend, whether in your cold environment or your warm environment, ask you if what you are involved with is illegal? You know, that one was just like a wow to me, and it's something that I hope everyone caught, and we could take that home and begin to share it with our friends, and when next we are faced with a question like that. And then again and again and again, Global World Trade have stayed for 10 years, and we're still counting. The first decade was out of this world, and the next one is momentum building, and we're going with a supersonic speed that everyone just needs to tighten their seat belts so that they are not left behind. So more than ever before, everyone on this call, everyone not on this call, but a member, you know, with our Global World Trade family needs to completely give themselves to training. You must at this time be sold out to training, otherwise it will be difficult for you to catch up. That's just the way it is. Truth, they say, is bitter, and so this is the happy truth that everyone needs to know. You just have to create the time. I remember in December last year when we had a call with the CEO, and he said something. He said, Global World Trade is a business for busy people. And I concur with that again and again and again and again. Why? Because a busy man knows the importance of time, you know, and the value that time has. And again, like we say in Global World Trade, timing is everything. It's very, very expedient that this time, more than ever before, we focus on our whys, you know, why we joined this business, and study, give ourselves to training I cannot overemphasize that enough. And then we will begin smiling to the bank, you know, having so much earning like NA Rene is. You know, imagine proposing to his wife with a 40 something dollars worth of ring. I mean, $47,000. That's the earning of some people in 1 year, and even much more than that. But it all begins with you knowing your honor. We had a tour today right here in Warri, and I told the prospects that were on at the training, I told them, I said, people will first of all buy you before they buy what you want to say concerning Global Wealth Trade. And so above every other thing, you must know what you are talking about. You must be convinced of what you are talking about, because if you are not convinced, you cannot convince anyone. Back to you, Dr. Antonia. Thank you very much again, N.A. Rene, for being on this call. Thank you, our super my five, and my love to your very, very beautiful wife and your two lovely sons.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Joy, sharing with us. I mean, and for that powerful response. And you know, Rene, everybody on the call, I just wanted to know, Rene actually just landed in Europe earlier on today, just a few hours ago. Of course, right in Europe to build the business, you know, support the teams right there. And this is the kind of sacrifice and leadership we're talking about. You know how it is. You know, after flights like this, you just want to take your rest. And he still took out the time to be on the call with us, you know, to train us on this particular call. You know, a big thank you once again, National Ambassador Rene Liaw, you know, for coming on the call to join us again tonight.
Well, you're very, very welcome. And again, thank you, Dr. Anthony, for your leadership. And thank you, Joy.
Awesome. Now, that said, I have a comment and a question, Rene. Even personally, sometimes I come across persons that I'm, you know, prospecting, you know, talking with people, you know, even sometimes it's overseas, you know, and sometimes of the questions I get when they raise up the issue with maybe another MLM company out there, supposed MLM company out there, and I look at those companies, I know that they're pyramid scheme, you know, they're only positioning and posturing like they're actually a proper multi-level marketing company. You know, and I point out the facts, you know, to some of these persons, and then sometimes they say such things like, oh, well, let's just quickly make our money, and then we'll, you know, when it closes up, you know, at least we'll have made our money back and stuff like that. And I'm like, hey, look, the statement you just made, you know, it's just fair. So who is the person that you are going to leave that company as a casualty? So you're going to make your money, and those of you at the top of the company just make some money, and then when the thing crumbles, you exit the system, and then you leave so many casualties in the field. I mean, that's horrible. All right, why would you want to do that? And then the other thing that comes to my mind, and I want to ask a particular question. Hello, Rene. What will somebody lose, all right, for building in a pyramid scheme?
Oh, thank you so much for bringing that up. And, you know, I mean, that is just disturbing. You know, if you meet someone like that, you know, number one, do we want them in our business? Probably not, because they don't really have a true care for people in their team. That's number one. But the second thing, the thing that I would really emphasize to this person is my focus goes from trying to recruit this person to my business into I had to correct this person's mindset, because it's people like that who are in this industry who will ruin the industry for the rest of us. I mean, imagine if let's say, you know, me and you guys on the call, let's just say we're in this company that's illegal. And I told, you know, if you overheard me saying to someone else, oh, I know this company is illegal, I just want to make my money after 1-2 years, make all this money, and screw everyone else and then just leave, you know, how would you guys feel if you heard me saying that as your upline leader? you would completely, quit on right away. And so, what I would tell this person is, look, I say, I have a big issue with the way that you think, because it's that kind of a mindset that's going to kill our industry. Why would you do something that's illegal when I can show you something that is actually legal? On top of that, why would you do something that, like, I mean, uh, how is that? That's a crime. How can you live knowing that you've hurt thousands of other people to better yourself? I mean, dude, are you serious? Like, is that what you really mean? Because if you want a good comeback, I found one for you. But you know, man, are you serious? Like, I would really question this person. Is that truly how you think? And I would say, can you imagine what would happen to your business if this conversation was recorded and everyone in your team heard from you? Like, I want to discourage this type of behavior because it's the last thing that we need in our marketing. So hopefully, I mean, so my focus would really go from trying to recruit him to trying to educate him to not be the kind of person that creates more problems and ruins the industry. And for people who do that, by the way, for people who build in a legal company and know it, don't think that you can get away easily. Don't think that you can make money in an illegal pyramid system, make a lot of money, and then just run away. Okay, because the government knows who you are. And there have been hundreds of cases of people, of top earners, who might have made $1 million, $2 million in the business, who after a year was shut down, just like Zeek Rewards. If you don't believe me, go on Google. ZEEK Rewards was an illegal pyramid scheme. And they actually went after it. So all the top earners there, they went after all these top people and basically made them pay back all their money. And guess what happens if you don't have the money to pay back? You go bankrupt. Your life is ruined. Bankruptcy, jail. There's another illegal pyramid scheme that just happened in the Philippines by a company that was basically selling shares essentially, which is illegal. You have to have the SEC compliance. Long story short, it was illegal. The owners of that company, guess where they are right now? They're in jail. They're serving 25 years in jail. So I would tell these people, look, if you think that, this is a funny game, taking people's money, making money and leaving, think twice. Because people go to jail for this and their lives are ruined for this. Is it really worth it that much for you? When I can show you a much better opportunity. And that's what I would say. So back to you, Dr. Anthony.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rene. Very enlightening for every one of us, and I think everybody go and research that company they talked about as Zeek Rewards, ZEEK Rewards. Just Google it and then check it out. I mean, this is an industry that we've got to make sure we show people what is true in the industry. And with any industry, you will always have the fakes. And at the end of the day, they try to muddy the waters. But of course, the real will always stand out iconic, just like our beloved Global World Trade, meeting every single requirement required to show a true company in the direct sales industry. And then again, just to add something, doing your due diligence, looking at all of this, one of the things that, I don't want to ever find myself doing is this. Why will I ever build a company when I know that at the end of the day, I am not very certain about the promise of the MLM? Of course, 550. Build for 3, 4, 5 years and enjoy residual income for the rest of your life. Why would
You know
I
what, Dr. Anthony? Yeah, I just want to add, if you guys are not sure of a company, come and ask us. But Dr. Anthony, do you mind if I read to you the news article? Because it's on Business from Home.
Yes, of
Paul
course.
Burks, okay? So a federal jury found Paul Burks, the founder of Superworks, guilty Thursday on all 4 charges of a $939 million Ponzi scheme. It was one of the largest Ponzi schemes in the U.S. history, according to federal regulators. Okay, it was debuted in January of 2011, shut down and the assets froze in August of 2012. So again, just about a year and a bit later, everything was shut down, okay? The jury needed less than 3 hours to come back with his verdict. I'm going to fast forward here, okay? So the U.S. Attorney's Office said Burks will remain free on bond while the sentencing date is set. It is possible Burks could spend the rest of his life in prison. The rest of his life. So, you know, guys, this kind of stuff is not funny stuff, you know. And the other company that got shut down was called One Lightning in the Philippines, and the two owners of the company were actually one of the famous singers in the Philippine Sons. And guess what? They're both in jail for 25 years now. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And yeah, it's not a funny thing to maybe mess around with that kind of stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, people, we're talking about being a professional in this industry. We're talking about building, you know, building with integrity. We're talking about, you know, looking out for your teams, looking out for people that you bring into you know, the industry. You know, the fact of the matter is this. The fact of the matter is this. No other company gives you a fair chance to build something that is real, that is solid, all right, already 10 years in the bag, already gone beyond the mark-off time or the cut-off time that you know you want to look at a company to know whether, you know, it's going to have longevity and all of that. Okay, so like I said, why build a company when you are not sure of the promise that the MLM industry offers? Build for a couple of years and enjoy residual income for lifetime. The check staring at you in your face. Rene Liaw holding his 100,000 per month actual monthly earnings check, residual income. That's what we are talking about. Build once and enjoy residual income for the rest of your life. Was it easy? I'm sure Rene is on the call. Rene, was it easy building? Were there challenges? Were there issues? Were there times, you know, that you had, you know, a lot of challenges, but you stuck with it? I mean, Rene, you are on the call. Was this just easy, or you just went to sleep and you started making this money?
I wish it was that easy. You know, one thing that I find sometimes people make a very big mistake in, okay, a very, very big mistake, is they don't give themselves enough time, a realistic time, to get realistic results. And what I mean by that is, when I got started in GWT, okay, my mindset was not, I'm going to do GWT for 2 months to see how it goes. If you had that kind of a mindset in any business, you will never succeed. Never. Imagine, I'm going to open up a coffee shop and try it for 2 months. Can you imagine what would happen if it didn't succeed? How much money you would lose? So, you know, no one in the right mind starts a business with the mindset of, let me try this for 2 months or half a year. When I got started in GWT, my mindset was, this plan is the most remarkable plan in the planet. It pays me down to infinity. No ranks, I earn the highest commissions. I said to myself, you know, I'm giving myself at least, minimum, at least 5 years. 5 years of consistent effort. And that was my minimum, not my maximum. Not saying I'm going to give my maximum 2 months of effort. No. My minimum effort was do this for 5 years, because I understood what Ramin was saying about build for 5 years, next 50 off. And when he taught that, I made myself a goal. I'm going to do this consistently for at least 5 years. Because guys, think about this. You know, if you could be making $10,000 a month, you know, $10,000 a month residual income every single month, even if it took you 10 years, it's worth it. Even if it took you 20 years to end up with $10,000 a month of residual income, it's worth it. Even if it took you 30 years, because there's no job on this planet, there's no job on this planet that when you retire from your job, you can make $10,000 a month of residual income. It does not exist. So I want you guys to understand, don't give yourself a deadline. Don't say to yourself, I'm going to try it for 6 months. Because what's going to happen is 6 months later, guess what? You're probably already on track. You were on track on the 5-year plan. Everything was going right, but you gave yourself a deadline of 6 months. You're probably making some money, or maybe a lot of money, who knows, at least a decent amount of money, maybe 500, even 1,000 a month, which is fantastic, but you quit, you stopped, because you gave yourself a deadline that was unrealistic to begin with. It was unrealistic to begin with. Most businesses don't even make it past 2 years. So you gotta give yourself minimum 5 years of consistent effort, and again, it's worth it. I mean, what else other job can you do that when you leave can give you income like that? So for me, Dr. Anthony, that was my mindset, which is I'm here for a minimum 5 years, no deadline, I'll do whatever it takes. So thank you, and back to you, my friend.
Absolutely, and I love the results. Rene, I look forward to holding checks like this consistently, just like you.
Oh, you will, my friend. You know, Dr. Anthony, with your dedication and your understanding, and you understand what I understand, I have no doubt in my mind. And you guys, most of the key leaders already in Nigeria, you guys are already on the way there. You guys maybe don't realize it, right? But you're on the way there already. Just don't stop. You know, a lot of people stop just right before they're going to have that explosive business, and it's a pity. So, but you guys get it. So proud of you guys.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'll just get a few comments on, from South Africa, Nolan Pillay, but from Nolan Pillay, his hands have been up. You know, just wants to probably share some thoughts or ask a question or something. Hello, Nolan, are you there?
Hi, Dr. Anthony. Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Awesome. Loud and clear.
Great. Thank you once again for giving me the opportunity to speak. And Rene, thank you so much for educating us on, the illegal pyramid as well. You just blew this training totally. You know, whoever's on this call here, if you didn't really get what Rene said, please go and listen to the recording at least 2 or 3 times more as well. I've listened to Rene personally when I was in Germany at one of his boot camps. In fact, it was my first boot camp. I listened to him training me, and whatever he told me then, I'm still applying it in my daily life, in my daily GWT life as well. So just a comment from my side is, funny enough, a lot of people ask you this question, is this a pyramid? And I also do the very confused look, and I asked him back the question. I said, so you tell me, what do you understand about a pyramid? Because most of them don't even know what a pyramid is, except what they hear from other people. So you see, other people are conditioning their minds in such a way that they really don't understand what a pyramid is. So it's in our interest, and it's actually really good for us to educate them on the industry and educate them about a pyramid scheme. So like many of you have said tonight, we have real products. Not many companies have real products. We use our products. You know, it's something so real. So folks, this company is for real. You can never go wrong with this company. I'm loving it to bits. And I'd like to just say once again, Rene, thank you very much for the training. Education is so powerful. We just need to apply it as well. And thanks, Dr. Anthony, for giving me the opportunity as well. Much appreciated.
Nolan, I want to say I am so impressed by not just Dr. Anthony, but also yourself, because I remember when I was in I think it was Germany, or I forgot where Germany, doing the boot camp. I was blown away that someone flew in from South Africa just to be at the training. So I was very impressed, and of course you're leading again, just to Dr. Anthony by example. So thank you, and for your leadership as well.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Rene.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nolan. Absolutely fantastic. Now, all the way to Ireland, we have Nicholas Oibo. His hands have also been up. Nicholas, if you can hear us, you can unmute yourself and ask your question or make your comments. This is the guy leading the island expansion.
Wow, 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 wow. Dr. Anthony, I really commend you for this, for putting together this wonderful training. And Rene, wow, the training was very brief, fully packed, lovely and sweet. In fact, it contains all that it takes to succeed in this business. I must say, I have been faced with this kind of question, the difference between pyramid and MLM. Believe me, I was a kind of, several times I've been confused, not really knowing how to really address the question. Most especially those people that have had a terrible time with Zik Reward. Zik Reward was really in Ireland. A lot of people lost a lot of money. Rene is right. And I actually followed up with the story. Most of the top leaders have been, they were arrested at that time. That has created a lot of challenge for us here in Ireland, because most people that I know were part of the Zik Reward, and they lost their money. So now I have the tool, I have the answer, I have the right way to address the situation. Most especially the questioning look, which I practice without even looking when Rene mentioned it. I practice it here in Ireland. I just made a questioning look on my face to practice how to address, how to answer such questions when I come across it again. I must say, I really commend you. I love this training. It was short, brief, and fully packed. And I'm sure it's really going to be very helpful in moving forward in Ireland. Ireland, as I said, was one of the countries that was highly involved in the Zik Reward business, and most people were messed up, and it's a huge challenge. So with this, I'll be able to move forward. Thank you very much, Dr. Anthony. Thank you, Rene, for the training. Thanks so much.
Hey, thank you so much for sharing. You know what, guys? In your back office, the company has just recently updated the PowerPoint. And what happened was, now we have one slide where it shows GWT with a AAA plus rating on Business for Home. On the same slide, it shows an A+ ranking on the Canadian Government Better Business Bureau. And it also shows our CEO being inducted into the Network Marketing Hall of Fame, all on one slide. So you're right, you know, when you meet people who have been burnt in the Zik Rewards, you know, again, education, right? I mean, oh my God, you were in that company, I know all about it. You know, again, you know, they had no product service. You know, what's different here? Look at our company, you know, a AAA+ ranking on Business for Home, an A+ ranking, you know, on Better Business Bureau. So yeah, you know, education, and then, you know, share with them, you know, what's different with GWT. So way to go, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Nicholas from Ireland, for that feedback. You know, I'm really loving this call, and I don't see any other hands up or any other further questions or comments. You know, I'm just really so delighted. You know, thank you so much, Rene Liaw, GWT National Ambassador, you know, member of the advisory board, you know, for all that you've been, I mean, all that you do in the business. People, when I launched my BDM in GWT, you know, I went into a lot of study, and a lot of videos I watched at that time, you know, it was Rene Liaw, you know, teaching, you know, and then of course explaining the compensation plan. You know, we call him the compensation plan expert. All right, you know, so learned so much, you know, and got so grounded, you know, following the trainings that this amazing man, you know, puts across, you know, helping people all across the world. You know, this is a solid training. The video, the audio, I mean, the recording will be available in just a short time, and then we can listen to this over and over and over and over and over again, and even train your team, organize and train your team, you know, with this. All right, let everybody, you know, get updated and educated with this, you know, and then we can of course increase, you know, the way we educate people in the industry and educate people about the industry as well. So any Rene Liaw, any final words before we close the call?
No, you know what? My energy is just about all drained. A long day. It was a fantastic call. Again, I want to say a special thank you for your incredible leadership. You know, Dr. Anthony, it's people like you and all the leaders, Nolan and Christopher, that you guys are learning and sharing this knowledge. That's so important. And I thank you for allowing me to share the knowledge today on this call. So thank you again, and have a wonderful night.
All right, so thank you so much, Rene. Just a comment from Ambassador Maureen Apollos from Port Harcourt. Thank you so much, Ari, Rene. This is awesome. And Ari, Anthony, thanks for this. We are moving forward. I'm so happy for what I learned tonight. All right, Regional Ambassador Joy, just your final statement like you indicated, and then we'll close this call.
Just want to thank NA Rene again for finding time to be on to be on the call. I know that I can just imagine the sacrifice you must have, paid for you to be able to be on this call. We truly, truly appreciate it, and I just wanted to say that so you know that we are truly appreciative of you being on this call. And thank you very much for creating a paradigm shift in me right now, because I had thought about working this business for 3 years, but I just increased it to 5 years. Thank you so much. We'll definitely do what we can to duplicate this mindset with our team, because to the billion we are going to. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much, Ari Joy. Just some last comments here from Nkechi and Adobe. Something really said, which I say to people like me in 9 to 5 jobs. I earn more than my manager or supervisor. All right. And then, of course, she says, and salaries are in bands. That's the perfect pyramid. With MLM and good practice companies like GWT, effort is what counts, not what the company has paid. That's the key difference, which I try to explain. Thank you very much, Nkechi, for that. Silas Metal from Ghana says, thank you, Anthony, and thank you, Rene, for the training. Of course, Tasfi Chifamuna says, solid presentation. Thank you very much. With that, we'll bring this call tonight to a close. And of course, expect to see the recording. And let's share this and share this and share this and let everybody get updated. Good night, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend. And God bless you all.
Good night.
Good night.